All right, welcome back, generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 hour to make the best game ever. Good, so I did get word from the Arctic Dolphin that there is a problem with one of the targets because the GitHub build did not cover some of the targets. Yeah. So let's see what that is about. So we're looking at looking at main branch. Good, main branch. So that music is probably not the best choice. This time I tried forest music. Let's see what that gives. Always exploring new musics for working. Yeah. I hear birds now and the forest leaves in the wind. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so right, so we want to open a terminal. There we go. There we go. And so we want to build 0 hour extra. Ooh. I think the option was extra, right? Let me see. Let's open CMake. Extras. So we make a copy of this guy and we put it in. Oh, that was too much. Here, extras. Then we do the same here. Generals, extras, off. Can we? I think we can maybe make a line. No, we can't. Let's pull this apart though. Let's remove this guy here. Okay, so we punch this guy in. Yeah. And then we build. Okay, and he said that we need to add something to GitHub workflows, build games. Okay, so I guess here we simply need to add extras, right? Okay, so if we take this guy and let's open a new branch, fix extras tools compile. Rename. Yeah, but okay, so let's first test what happens if we just open a pull and just build this thing. Yeah, how about we do a push? Oh, we didn't actually make any changes. So this is at extras tools to toolchain common.yaml. Okay, let me push that guy. Okay, let's go to GitHub. Let's open a test on my branch. So we do pull request here. We do compile test. Oh. I don't know what happened here. Compile test. Okay, so the question is, can we build here? No, we can't. Oh, we can. Good. Then let's see if that fails now. Yeah. Okay. And we should run into a compile error here, right? Yeah. So we should run into compile error here and also here. That's the expectation now. Yeah. If we don't, then that means nothing is wrong with the code. But that wouldn't match the observation that the Arctic dolphin had. Yeah. Okay, so while we wait here, how about we look at some things? Okay, so update game memory.h. I think I asked here, what is the purpose of this change? No, he didn't have much time to answer, just a bit above 24 hours, 32 hours, but he didn't give an answer. And I don't understand what the purpose of this is here. Here it looks like he just changed the formatting, and here he added some defines. It makes no sense. Let me just this change appears to be of no relevance for us. Closing. There we go. Yeah. And so here, this one, I asked Zambas if he wants this. Yeah. Okay, how about we look into this guy again? Sponsor is server. Yeah, that does not belong into code. Yeah. Yeah. Updated the badges. Build games, passing, stars, no release, bug issues, yeah, enhancement issues, blocker issues, critical, major. Okay. What do we have here? Double slashes. Okay, let's take a look at this. See what it looks like now. Oof. Yeah, blocker, critical, major. I don't know if yeah, I guess for the time being, why not have this here? But I guess in the future, this will be replaced with an action change log, what has been merged, right? I think that is more valuable than the things left to tackle, right? Yeah, but it can be changed. I still don't understand why there is this manual line break here. I think it shouldn't be there because, like, if we open this thing here, view file, let me see. Huh, actually it seems to make no difference. Huh, that's weird. So this repository contains the source code for both games with a primary focus on 0 hour. So here he has a line break. Yeah, but here this line break is not carried over. So that's what he meant. He puts a line break so that in the code file it has this break and it's easier to read apparently. But, I understand. Okay. Oh. I understand. I don't know. I would have not done this. Because when you review it like this, it just looks weird. It would be more natural if the sentence just goes on here without this line break. Because it leaves me wondering, like, huh? What's going on here? And it's just when you actually look at the file, you realize it's inconsequential to how the file is rendered. Right? I don't know. I think it should be just one sentence without a manual line break. The text editors have a feature to word wrap at the edge of the text fields. I think that is perfectly fine for these kinds of things here. So if we make this larger. It's also harder to maintain this kind of formatting unless there's some tool that automates it, I guess. Right? If you have a tool in the IDE that handles this kind of thing, but if you do it manually, then it's a pain. Yeah. I wouldn't do this. But okay. Current builds may have bugs or unexpected behavior. Is this necessary to mention that there will be bugs? I do not think this is necessary to mention, and for noob readers this may convey that this work is bad, that our work is bad. Yeah, because they won't understand. Like, they will see this, they will see the current builds may have bugs or unexpected behavior, and then they say, okay, this is buggy, I don't care, right? And like there's a reaffirmation about this sentence again, like unexpected behavior, and then again unexpected behavior. So like it really affirms that the work we do leads to unexpected behaviors. I don't think that's a good thing to do. It should be implied if you have a work in progress build, but when we make a release, we imply it's stable, right? I mean, this is true. We aim to release stable versions. But yeah, I don't think it needs this disclaimer. Some antivirus software may mistakenly flag this project as a false positive. Is this true? Have we seen that already? This again may put the reader at unease. You can chat and discuss the development of the projects on our Discord channel or on our Game Replays forum. So he did mention Game Replays forum here again. No, let's not link away to game replace in this case. I think we also need to remove the link away to game. I think we also need to remove the link in game patch. Discussions need to move to GitHub and not other forums where there is less visibility. Well, for the patch, the linking to game replays is more reasonable because the patch really concerns the players more directly, but the code does not really, because the code is just what enables the patch, right? It's what the patch builds upon, but it's not what the players will care about. They don't care about what we do in code. They just want that the patch works, right? So that's why the patch like links to the forum, right, as like an additional source of information. But the code, I don't think it needs to do that. Let's not link away to game replays in this case. Let me just say please remove the link to game replays. It is not relevant for this project. Let me say, I suggest to remove. If he has a very good reason that is very convincing, then we can go with it. But I don't see the reason. The discussions in here, they are mostly about the patch and not about code. They don't discuss about code things. They discuss about patch, and that includes also obviously crashes and mismatches, but that's already covered with patch. So yeah, I don't see the need for linking code to this. We provide support for building the projects using Visual Studio 6 and Visual Studio 2022. Yeah, okay, this may change. We provide. I would say, I don't know if some knowledge is good enough. Should have knowledge. Remove some. We also allow this to be built without Visual Studio. I do not think it should. I do not think it should say. It's weird. Maybe I should also give a reason, because why would we disallow it in the first place, right? So like if we allow this implies that there is a world where we disallow this, right? Like that we say you're not allowed to build our project without Visual Studio, but that's never the case, because why would we do that? So this sentence, to me, it makes no sense, right? Or maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know. To me, it looks like it doesn't make sense. No. But maybe I don't understand the the greater meaning here. Yeah. Modding. Interested in creating your own mods? Check out modding. So now there are now 2 lines that say EA has not endorsed this product. I would say just say Electronic Arts EA has not endorsed and does not support this product. Done. That's all that needs to be said here. There's no need for this, no need for this first sentence, just this, because this is what EA says in their modding guidelines to put in a project, and that's it. Yeah, this here is okay. Yeah, there's a little bit too much unnecessary information here. Yeah. Okay, I think that's enough for now. We can make another review pass on this. Yeah, it's hard to write these things in with the correct information. Yeah. Yeah, it takes a lot of time to write good text. I struggle with this myself. Yeah. Good. So, did we run into an error? We didn't. There's no compile error. What about this then? Okay, so this has errored. Huh. Why is this not erroring? Is there maybe some cache? How about we make a fresh compile? So we go to build VC6. We delete the whole folder. Boom. Delete it. Then we generate this stuff again. Maybe manually specified variables were not used by the project. General tools and extras. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's see Let's build this guy, and then we also double check that it actually built the actual targets. Yeah. If it didn't error. Yeah. That would be weird though, if it succeeds here locally, but it fails here in this one. Okay, so it failed after 54 seconds. That's very fast. Huh. Um, hmm. Let me post that here. Um, yeah, okay, so right now on my branch, I cannot use this build because it doesn't find this file, which is plausible because it doesn't exist like that. That's weird. Okay, but maybe I can reproduce it here anyway. You need to have the tokens added for downloading. Oof. 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 Okay. Well, if we can reproduce it locally, then we don't need the tokens. If we can't, well, then we need that. Oof. Okay, is there anything else we can look at here? Let's see. Let's go to previous pages. Okay. Okay, so meeting 3 weeks ago. Okay. This PR introduces white press. Okay. Deleted. Well, aircraft contrails often get detached from their host model. Okay. Add recommend markdown lint extension. Okay. 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 TG station. Okay. What is the automatic changelog looking there? 117,000 commits? What is this? What is this? Okay, there's a lot of botting here. Automatic changelog. Oof. Author, delete after, true, changes. They only have 55 pull requests. In our case, they just accumulate forever. Yeah. 1,500 contributors. Wow. That's a lot. Built with resentment. What? Contains technical debt. Failing. Coverage minus 4%. What is this? Why is this trolling us here? User opens a pull request. The pull request template has a changelog template already, which the user fills out themselves. Yeah, I guess it can act as like an inspiration. Good. Did we get spam here? Oh, we're getting spam by the Arctic dolphin. Okay, so well, I hope that I can simply reproduce the problem here. Yeah. Good. What else can we look at? This PR, it's a contributing guidelines document, includes instruction. Ah, okay, well, this repository no longer matters, I think. Maybe you should add something like alternary can start with these things. You can assign this issue to me. Okay. Rosian B. Okay. If a stop command is given, make sure the turret switches to its primary weapon. Already assigned to him. What is this orange image here? Why is this screen so dirty? There's like specks and scratches or hairs. Something is going on here. Maybe he punched it in the heat of the battle. This is where the issue happens. Pathfinder examine neighboring something. The lag can be mitigated by limiting the time that internal find paths can search for paths per something like the path find cells per frame constant, which is used up the call tree. That wouldn't solve the problem of the AI getting stuck. He's getting stuck on a cliff because there's a bug, blah, blah. Good. Then that has finished, succeeded. Okay, how about we make this simple and we just we go to the super hackers. And we create a new pull request here. Go here. And we do here. pull request, new. Let's do one here, like this. Okay, let's open it as a draft, labels, build, minor. When I compile locally with VS6, hold on, did we, yeah, we have 0 hour fixes here, yeah. Let me go to main branch, let me pull the latest. When I compile locally with VX6, there is no, hold on, we need to verify that it built all tools. So VC6, generals MD, and yeah, we got the Mangler, everything here. Yeah, all the tools. When I compile locally with VS6, there is no compiler. Yeah, okay, so we wait until this is done. Meantime, we can look through a few more thingies here. What is this? Fix replay GUI. Oof. 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 That's a chaotic change. Oof. Oof. What is it supposed to do? This fixes 2 issues in the load replay GUI. If a replay whose map is not in the map cache, it will now continue to display correctly. Okay. Before I try to display the absolute path of the map. I didn't even know that there's a 100 replays limitation. Interesting. I think this should be 2 changes. Yeah. No, need to look at this carefully here. Not for now. Yeah, but it's a good fix. Yeah, the replay list is getting totally bugged when the map is missing. Yeah. Fix LAN player tooltip. GitHub Actions, okay. Maybe we need to compile and debug. Oh, we already do. Okay, never mind then. Well, if all these pass now, then there's no work for us in this regard. Yeah. Okay, what else can we look at? Where is the file code_rts.sln? This file does not appear to exist. Okay. It's an interesting idea. Yeah. Adding RTL markers. It's not a bad idea, yeah. I think that's a good idea. Yeah. Like I was thinking, like, how do we implement this right to left text with Arabic? And like at which places should be detected as not right to left? But he's right. When there are characters that we can use to specify this, then we have full control in the text to composite it the way that we like it to be. So how do the characters work? One potential approach is to use specific Unicode characters that mark RTL segments. These characters, like LRM, left to right mark, and can help the engine automatically detect RTL text segments and render them accordingly. Yeah, so this string here should not be reversed. Yeah. How would this be written though? How would we write this? And so the default would be that you say, okay, this language, please treat it with right to left. And then only if you place these characters, then it interprets it differently depending on these. Yeah. So by default, it uses left to right language. With a special compiler flag, you say right to left, please, for this language. And then in text, you can then change that as well. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think that is a very good idea, as it gives full control to the texts and to the text. But I would say it's not a very good idea, but it's a good idea. The downside of this is that it requires maintenance, right? So if you forget to place it here, then this will screw up, right? So it leaves room for errors, but it gives full flexibility and full power over what it wants to do. Yeah. Full control over the direction to the text. Yeah, how to implement it, we would have to see. Okay, so did it compile now? It did. There's no error. Well, then let me copy that guy. At Arctic, there is no error. Yeah. Maybe my edit here was not correct. There is no error. He needs to tell me what, like, how I reproduce it, because I can't reproduce it either locally or here. It's not erroring. Hmm. transfer map screen, have a button to abort, have a longer time to transfer. Countermeasures. Good. Then, yeah, what do we have here? I'm trying to create a tool that handles big archives. How do I deal with these errors? Struminator has shown these symbols need to be added to your main.cpp. Or any other CPP. I suggest clean up your libraries. Do not use STL port. I also suggest to open pull requests. I also suggest to open draft pull request early, so we can give feedback early. Good. Yeah, so I cannot reproduce problems with compilation. I don't know how Arctic Dolphin has reproduced that, but I don't see it. Okay, but there is one more thing we should look into, and that is in the inline ASM fixes. Let's let's do a rebase on this guy. Okay, so we're looking at building all these, yeah. Configure and generate. Okay, can we work through some more here? Let's see. World builder. Map boundaries can only be moved north and east. Okay. Adding, removing command buttons have an invisible character. There's a certain point where the team builder tab starts lagging. Yeah. New map boundaries cannot be removed. Oh, that's nice, yeah. Um, yeah, I know. Yeah, I will attend this when we have replicated game text compiler on the new code base. That's not for now. Okay. Good. So what I would like to check now is, first let's compile. Let's do a full rebuild. So basically I want to see if there are any leftover assembler things in the tools that we need to fix as well. Yeah. Mhm. Okay. Man, it's only 125 things left to look at. Making real progress here. Add random army choice to select only vanilla armies. Add random army choice to select only vanilla armies. Currently means section. Yeah. I think that's a reasonable feature request. I also got a lot of thumbs up here. Maybe even the better feature here would be to make it customizable. custom match rules, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, yeah. That's restrictive. Huh? That's restrictive? Why is it restrictive? Huh? Oh, I see. I see. So each player can choose what random army, but then what's the point of random if each player can choose his random pool? That doesn't make sense. I think the random should apply to all players. It doesn't make sense if you have separate random pools for different players. Then I would just say, yeah, my random pool is just Air Force General, right? And then what's the point of random? Okay. This one is closed. Okay, so this one has completed. Now let's search if there is any ASM, inline assembler. Let's go. In the tools. In the tools. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, there's just one. Oh, we have seen this before. So we just take this guy, I guess. If defined and that, yeah. Okay, so I would say we put this guy up here and then this one down here. And I think we need to include utility intern compat, right? Yeah. Then we put this down here and there and there. Okay, anything else? Let's have one more sanity look through these guys. Search for ASM. So this one is guarded. Yeah. I'm a bit maybe this should also be changed here to I think in the future change, this should be changed to just VS6 is using this, nothing else. But okay, we don't need to do it in this change. Yeah, let's do it in another change. What's happening here? Huh? Float too long. Why are they doing this here? Why not just do this here always? Huh? That's wild. That's extremely wild. So this transpose shit, where's this used? Here, okay. Detect Intel compiler. No thanks. F0, I like that. Oh my gosh. F0 is the best code, yeah. Flip the image in memory on its y-axis. Targa Y flip, but this one does swap bytes here. Huh. Well. Ah, here. Y flip. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is basically a swap here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What is this? Stack walk. This needs to be revisited when we upgrade to x64. Oof. Here we have another one. Oof. So let's enable profile. Not sure what's up there. I see it did wrong. What did I do wrong? In your change, it didn't pick the flag. It wants array. How to fix? I don't understand. Can you be more unspecific? Oh boy. Let me delete this one here. I think that's no longer necessary. I can't reproduce the issue. He needs to show me how to do it then. Inputs extras. Okay, let's submit this guy. Fix timing test to replace ASM and timing test to okay, well then let's change back to this guy. So okay, so basically he says we just do another line of these, yeah? Like this. Well, this better be right. Good, then we push this. No, hold on. All right. There we go. There we go. Well, then let's see. I now did is that okay? It is. Or is it not? Yeah, it's both on. Okay, what do we have here? Patriotism is using the same upgrade icon as nationalism, which is fine. I don't like this icon because the star, it doesn't fit on this flag. It doesn't have the distortion from the flag. Yeah, that doesn't work. Illegal player IDs will add unremovable teams. Okay. Improving external files integrity by implementing checksums. Get a binary release for installation. Okay, this one is closed. Thank God. Creating LaTeX document for understanding the code of 0 hour. Better using overleaf. What? I'm thinking maybe a good idea start document the reverse engineer. LaTeX document. Why? Closed. Okay, that's good. I don't know what that is. Okay, this is just documentation. They can decide what they want to put there. I'm not too concerned about this documentation. Update, publish asset to wiki. Okay. Let's see the progress here on the build. Still ongoing. Map scrolling does not work in vertical axis when aspect ratio is portrait. When setting the game to a portrait resolution, you are only able to scroll the map in x-axis. Y-axis seems to be bugged. The only way to scroll the map in such cases is to first rotate the map. Oh. Okay. That's weird. Someone put the eyes. Let me put the eyes as well. Okay, that's weird. Can you test this without Gentoo? Because it might be possible that Gentoo also plays a role here, because it does affect scroll. Yeah. Oh, wait, what do we have here? Oh, huge discussion. Oh, anti-cheat. Okay, well. What is here? Ugh. Supply drops no longer instant trigger when built while subdued. Supply drops no longer instant trigger. Oh, it's a pull request, I see. Okay. Okay, so this has actually failed to build. Look at that. Wow. Oh. Uh-huh. It failed for... Ah, yeah, okay. There you go. Huh. Huh. str stream undeclared identifier. So I do remember that we removed some headers regarding this. Okay, let's go to... yeah, we are... Yeah, let's look at... here. Mangler. No? Mangler, yeah. So we removed this kind of thing here. str stria, which I think is related to this. We only removed it at one place. I think we also removed it here though, in some places. Mangler, here. Aha, we removed IO stream here. Maybe that's a problem. Let me open, what is that? CSC, right? csc.cpp. Okay, so we're looking at str stream. It's not found. Mangler, tools, Mangler, CRC. I don't understand. Symbol is not here. Line 83. Huh. Huh. I see. debug. Huh. Uh-huh. Aha, there you go. There it is. Okay. Aha. I see. Okay, debug. Mangler. Aha, there we go. Here we removed that thingy. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so what if we just edit in here. If not defined windows. So we say if let me look into STL port real quick. str stream. Yeah, okay, it's here. So let's say if defined using STL port, or, and now we need to copy paste a little bit. Here, this guy. So if that or that, then we include this file. Yeah. I think we removed it from some other file as well. So there's this debug, and there was another one, launcher, no. Debug, matchbot could be as well here. Let's go to matchbot, or let's go to wdebug in matchbot. Here. Which is basically just a copy of this guy. There we go. Okay, let's see if we have more luck with this guy. It's strange though that this compiles locally here for us. Huh. Okay, well then where else did we remove this file? Let me see. My debug. My debug. My debug.h. I don't know why it's called my debug, but okay. There you go. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Re-add. str.ea.h. Okay, I push that. Let me see if that builds here. Curious why it does not happen locally. Okay, then let's see if the new build succeeds or if there's some more errors. There's a chance that it works now. Okay, 100% mismatch rate when playing 0 hour online using silicon-based Mac. Okay. Laser general CPU and skirmish doesn't have its command center rotated. I think this one is already reported, right? Laser command. No. Maybe it's not. Command center. Maybe it's not reported, but it certainly is known. Yeah. I disagree with the statement here. Why would you think it's not a bug? All generals have their command center properly aligned, except for the laser general. Yeah, that's a bug. Ability to choose at which player to shoot a super at most value point. It's a feature request. Restoring the cut boss generals. VC6 debug. VC6 debug. Oh. Oh. It's because debug is no longer enabled. Oh, I see. OmniBlade has made debug an option now. Omk. I really don't like this debug thing not being tied to debug. It's super confusing. Okay, then we can cancel this here once again. I think it's really bad that underscore debug is not tied to debug. Like, it's so confusing. It really is confusing. Because, like, you set debug here, but it's not really a debug, right? Because it's missing the actual flag that compiles in all the debug stuff, right? So it really is confusing. It really is. I don't know why the people like it this way. It just makes things error prone, like we see here. We're missing configurations and things just don't work correctly. Yeah. Good, then let me try this monstrosity. Oh, man. Good, so build that. While this builds, maybe we can also configure and generate Visual Studio. Good. Are we on the correct branch? Yes. CPU players fire fuel air bomb that spawns on top of your base. Okay. Making progress. Just 100 things left. Look at that. Only 100 notifications. That's amazing. Good. Emergency repair doesn't work on vehicles who are affected by speaker tower healing. Oh, that's interesting. I never knew that that is a thing. Interesting. Rename. Ah. I see. Let me go back. So emergency repair doesn't work on vehicles who are affected by speaker tower healing. Okay. Assume this. Does it also affect vehicles? Does it also affect vehicles that are repaired by the ambulance? Perhaps does it also affect vehicles? Sounds like repairs cannot stack, or there is some other condition. There's some other condition that makes these different healing sources mutually exclusive. Reads as if repairs cannot stack, or there is some other condition that makes these different healing sources mutually exclusive. Loading save applies game speed setting from skirmish menu. Yeah. I don't know if we ever would have a feature like this. Sounds bonkers, because it sounds bonkers. It's also no solution, because what are the chances? I mean, for like players who are organized, this might work, but typically if you have 6 players, let's say they are randoms and they match together and then they have a disconnect, they won't reorganize to continue, right? One person might leave or might just join another match, or like what is the real, like how often would this really be used? I think the better change here is simply to avoid all sorts of these things and crashes and so on, so that you never run into the need of this. Yeah. So this is like if you go this route, it means that you failed in the other departments. So I don't think that this should be a goal. I disagree with this. Yeah. Now there could be I think a reason for this would be to say, hey, this match has been ongoing for so long. We've been playing 3 hours. We would like to pause the game and then resume another time. Like this would be, I think, a more valid reason. If there would be really many long matches where people say, hey, we play forever because the game allows us to, but we have to go and then the match stops. So can we make it safe, maybe? I think that would be a better argument for this kind of feature instead of mitigating problems. Yeah. The better reason for a feature like this is to allow players to pause a match and reconnect later when so arranged. But how? Yeah, well, you would need to tie the save game to accounts. Yeah. When the players can rearrange The better reason for a feature like this is to allow players to pause a long match and reconnect later when the players can rearrange, can reassemble, can gather again. Okay, so this one is still compiling. Let's also start a compile on this one. Let's select debug, build, build. Yo, good. So, but we can already check if this has passed, and it has. Okay. So Visual Studio is now compiling. Okay. Okay. Then we say here ZH build extra tools in CI, build extra tools with VS6 in CI, and fix tools includes. This change fixes the extra tools compile errors. Good, so this is ready for review. Then we also need to check that here we compile, but we are on our way, so it should be fine. Let me make a copy of this guy. Let me request here. And 4 failed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Huh. Huh. Okay. Well, then let's not put it back to drafts. So we are still not ready here. Look at that. Okay. How about we take a break now? There has been 2 hours. Take a break. After break, we look at this. So it looks like we need to substitute the str stream. Yeah. Actually, maybe we can do it now. I think we are looking at IOStream. IOStream adapter. Why don't we just say include here str stream.h str str.h, and then here we say I think it's, I think, let me see. Ah. I think this is std string stream, right? Inline auto str stream equals std string stream, right? Could that be? And then what this means, we can revert this one, revert this commit. Yeah. So we remove this again. Okay, let's see if that compiles now. Let's see. Oh, we get errors. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Ah, I see. I'm stupid. It needs to go here. So using str stream is std string stream. There we go. Let's try that. Still erroring. Ah, what is this now? Uses undefined class. Oh, basic string stream. Undefined class. Huh? But we have IOStream in here. Let me see. Does it maybe take a different header? Hold on. String stream header. Maybe it's different header. S-stream. Ah. IOStream. Okay, how about we create a new... How about we create a str stream how about we just call it s-stream adapter. There we go. Okay. Adapting modern S-stream to legacy VS6 str strea. Okay, so we take this, else S-stream, and then that thing. Okay, then we remove this guy, and we remove that guy, and that guy, and then we go to How about we unstage these guys? We revert these guys. How about we go to here, here. And then we put here here S-stream adapter. Yeah, let's see if that compiles now. Was there an error? Looked like it. Let me see. That looks like an error. Yeah. Cannot convert argument 1 from basic strings to LPCSTR. What? So this one probably needs to do CSTR. Okay. Let's try that. Okay, that has succeeded. Then let's also build this here once more. Aha. Oof. Oh. Huh. So there's a difference. So this STR here looks like it So it looks like this one here returns actually a so this would return CSTR on STL ports. Well, we can fix that with our adapter. String stream S-stream adapter. Okay, then we do a define S-stream CSTR let's say string stream cstr. Then here we say string stream stores string stream. So we create a copy of this guy and we put it down here. And so this guy will just return this and this one this. It's kind of weird though. Yeah, so this basically returns a std string, and this one would have returned a C string here. Okay. Okay, but this should work then. So basically we replace this guy with string stream cstr that and that, and then we delete this guy here. Replace all 8 occurrences. Okay, let's see if that compiles. Okay, that has succeeded. That's great. So I guess we can go with this one, yeah? I mean, it's a bit unpleasant, but I mean, string stream is not something that we want to carry on and move and use for anything. So I think it's fine to just touch this here. And I mean, this is legacy code, and I don't think it matters much. Yeah, I think it's fine. It's fine for now. Yeah. 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 Then add a stream adapter.h. Okay. Then we push this. Good. So build extra tools with v6 in CI. How about we call this fix stream fix string stream for 0-hour tools build And yeah, I think that's good enough. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's building and it should succeed. And I think you can mark it ready for review. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let me look once more over this. This file helps adapting modern S-stream to legacy via 6 str stria, where symbols are not contained in the std namespace. Str stria, string stream cstr. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. How about we call this str stream cstr to match this symbol name here? I think that's a better idea. Yeah. Let me go ahead and rename this guy. So that will be str stream. Mm-hmm. And then here as well, str stream. Okay, let's see if it compiles. Mm-hmm. Succeeded. Then rename to str stream cstr. Rename macro. Push. There we go. Good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good. This one has also succeeded. Then I'm happy with this. At Arctic. Review ready. Good. I will take a break now. We got a little bit of things done, not too much, but I think that's good enough. Then I wish you a great day or night. Until next time, goodbye.